Yo, what's going on, guys? Happy Thursday. What a day, man. Freaking Tesla went all the way to 210 there in pre-market, just like we said, to watch out for on the watch list. Let me check and see if it got sent out already. Yep, it sure did. Watching SPY, Tesla, WLDS, Google today, and of course futures. Yo, the beast. Good morning, man. What's up? All right, guys, let me send out a quick tweet here, let everybody know we're live. Benny, what's up, my man? And start getting ready for the morning. Big news today from that prop firm I'm trading with. They did something that I've never seen done before, other than one other place I've heard about. You could literally just go straight into I don't know how long they're going to have this option available, but or if it's going to be one of those things that comes and goes. You can literally straight up go right into a funded or a paid account, whatever you want to call it. That's going to be available. I'll show it to you guys later in the stream. Give me 1 second here. Pull up the watch list and send out this Facebook post and tweet and all that good stuff. WLDS, yep, that one's on the watch list for watching for that $1 hold. I have no open active trading positions outside of long-term investment, so I don't have anything on swing. All right, guys. So SPY, let's hop on over to the SPY real quick. Actually, let me get my futures charts up as well. And then let's hop on over here to the SPY real quick. SPY, turn this into the daily chart. On the SPY, I'm watching real simple for long setups. If we can get over 415, if we get over 415, then watching for a move that could take us right back to 420. All right, that's what I'm watching for on the SPY. On Google, watching like that 102 to 103 zone to see if that can hold resistance for shorts or puts. And I want to see whether or not we can get that to kind of reject and start to turn around and get back underneath 100. All right, that's what I'm looking for there on Google. And what else? WLDS. Whoops. WLDS. There we go. So WLDS. See how this dollar zone, 96, 98 dollar area, it's previously a level of support, turned resistance, and we're back up and over it. Watching that level. If that level holds support, I think you could see this thing get a little squeezy today and maybe start making a bit of a move to the upside. All right, that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm watching on that one. WLDS. And then, last but not least, we got good old Tesla. We've been calling Tesla the 210 for days now. We finally got up there. Here in pre-market, we're right now at 209.07. This thing's just such a beast. It's ridiculous. I'm so, if you scroll back, Tesla doesn't look like it's hyperextended, right? But in the short term, it is pretty hyperextended. Tesla has made a huge move to the upside, like a huge move to the upside here, and it's a little ridiculous. It's starting to get to the point where I think we're due for a stronger pullback, right? But if somehow these shorts are still in trouble and Tesla can get itself up over 210 and it begins to hold support there, well, I think at that point, this 200-day moving average might act as an area of like a magnet and just draw it in, and you'll see it get tested. And you'll see here previous resistance, and previous support, right? And that's about it. So that would be an area that I would watch for Tesla to top out and maybe kind of have that blow off day where it's just like, oof, I made it. I'm exhausted. Bang, it just drops to bed and falls asleep. That's what I would expect, but only if it can break and hold 210. Otherwise, I'm watching for that 210 area to kind of hold some strong resistance, see if Tesla cools its jets, comes on back down, and maybe goes to test the $200 mark again, the 197, 198. Remember, this is the area we talked about yesterday. Look at this. We said if we break up and over that level, watch for an explosive move, right? Broke up. I mean, we held it yesterday because we were up there. We were talking about that flag pattern. So that was the day before that we talked about that 197, 198 area. We broke up and over it, pulled back, and what? Bang, support. Support there, what is that, during lunchtime? Just before lunchtime, support. And then today, and it just traded sideways. And today, nice gap up and a big old push. So, got a few seconds to the bell here. Be careful out there. That's all I'm going to say. Let's go take a quick look at the futures and see what we have going on the ES. Oh boy, I might have to trade equities today. For some reason, I'm not able to connect and get data on my futures platform. Oh wait, there it is. Okay. Oof, maybe I clicked the wrong button. All right, cool. So on futures, let me, okay, I'm gonna have to reset the charts real quick. No big deal. We'll stay there. All right. All right, so I got this connected back up here. Let's head on over to this 60-minute chart on the ES. This is a 30-minute, but let's turn it into a quick 60-minute, identify some levels. We're right back into this little trading range again. 4170 resistance, 4155 support. That's what we're looking at right now. That's what I'll be watching. All right. I don't want to trade inside of that range unless we're at one of the ends. So again, like yesterday, very selective day. I want to be selective again today. Manage that risk as well as possible. Guys, any questions or any tickers you want me to take a look at for you, let me know. You can jump on that. TYDE. Uh, I mean, it's not doing anything. No, there's really no reason. Honestly, there's really no reason to look at or trade TYDE today. Day traded, anyways. There's just no volume in there. There's no action. I don't really trade stocks under $1 either. But yeah, look at this. These are 3-minute candles, and there's not. They don't even have a body. There's no volume on that. The King, what's up, my man? Happy New Year. Glad to see you still around. What is your preferred time frames to day trade? Benny, I don't use the 1-minute chart. The 1-minute chart's more suited for scalpers. 3-minute, 15-minute, daily. If I only had to pick 3 charts. But as you can see, I toggle one of these charts here. Let me go to the futures charts. So I toggle this one. This is a 3-minute chart. And this is right now a 60-minute chart, but I toggle it here and I go 15, 30, 60. 15 minutes, 30 minutes, 60. But my trade ideas always come off of a daily chart for the most part. Yeah, 16 million shares in volume is nothing for a 20-cent stock. For, it's just no volume there. There's no volume. Yeah, you'll get a lot of false signals on a 1-minute chart, especially at the open. I mean, at the open, there's no signals really. It's just momentum. It's just order flow from overnight, order flow from pre-market, and order flow from the market open. And it's just insanity. It's whiplash. Bang, 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 bang. I don't trade that way. It's not my style. I know some people do. They scalp the open. They try to grab 15 cents on something. And, it's perfectly fine. I'm not saying it's a wrong thing to do, but it's definitely not new trader friendly. I literally have an old video from, I don't even know, like 3 or 4 years ago. I don't even know how long I've been on YouTube. I think 3 years. Talking exactly about that. Let me see if I can find it here real quick. Oh, found it. It has 223,000 views, so definitely my most successful video. Yeah, new trader friendly. All right, Benny. New trader friendly. You know, you want to trade patterns, you want to trade setups. You don't want to be chasing things at 9:30 and 45 seconds. At 9:31. You don't want to be chasing things there. You're just going to get whiplashed. It's going to be a headache. You're going to get, more often than not, you're going to be red on the very first trade and the day hasn't even started. So that's why you see I just sit here. I watch charts, I go through scans, I'm looking for levels. I'm waiting. I'm waiting for my time frame. I'm waiting for patterns to develop. Usually, you don't really see patterns start to develop until um, at least 15 minutes into the day. We're getting down here towards the tail end of this trading channel on the 60 minute time frame here. You see it right here, the bottom end. That's exactly that level I was talking about, to watch for possible support for a possible turnaround on the SPY. It's getting a little whiplashy there. Let's see what we can do there. Got long a little bit here, smaller size, looking for that reversal off that level. If we can get through 61s, 6150, I think that's when we can go. Otherwise, I'll close it out underneath that level. If we break under 55, I'll cut it loose. All right, so on that little flush there, I cut it loose. I'd rather watch for a possible re-entry than, get clobbered. So a small little L there to start, no biggie. We'll see if we can get a better entry there. Now we're underneath this support zone. Definitely didn't want to be underneath that. Let me switch over to that 60-minute chart. See that support zone from earlier. We had a really nice bounce attempt earlier. Had a lighter volume pullback. The volume was slightly decreasing, but it couldn't hold. It couldn't hold. Now we're bouncing off that level to the downside here. We're rejecting it. Let's see now if that level starts to become resistance. Maybe we can look for shorts there. The SPY did reject this 414, the mid 414 pivot. See that 414? Let's put a line across that. Let me show you the SPY's chart. See that 414, 55 or so level right there? It's a little pivot high. If we break up over that, that's when I think we can get back up to 416. But for now, it's looking like that's going to hold resistance. And then bottom support, at least temporarily, could be down there around 412.50 or so. We'll see if we can get there. So far, just straight selling pressure right off the bell. Guys, any questions? Remember, don't hesitate. Just throw them up there. Tesla, quick push into that 210 zone again. Well, 209 and rejected. Came all the way back down to 206. Now it's just chopping away there. Just chopping around for now. SPY trying to hold these low 413s. I'd rather it just sell off and get down here to 412s before trying to bounce. The ES trying to bounce there, right back up over 41.55, but it's struggling. ES potential support zones could be 41.42 through 41.36.75. 41.36.75 is a little bit better of a zone. Daily chart on the ES, definitely still having some troubles. It would need to get through 4180s to get a little saucy. Otherwise, we could see 4100 get tested. If we break underneath 4120, I think we got a straight shot to 4100 and probably under it. Watching to see if we can get a bear flag formation here on the ES on this 3-minute chart. Would like to see a little bounce back up here, near lows. Not giving it up. If we can get maybe a little bit of a bear flag formation, that could be something good to trade. One of my favorite patterns. All right, we're getting a little bit of a bounce back here. Now we're back over 41.55 on that 60-minute chart. Let's break it down to that 15-minute. Take a quick peek. You can see clear as day how this was a previous bounce zone. Let me switch over to that 60-minute chart so you can see it. We'll turn it into a 15 now. You can see how this was a previous bounce zone. We broke underneath it. We're testing that level now. If it begins to reject, it could be a potential short setup. Give me 1 second here, guys. All right, we're starting to move to the upside there. SPY testing that VWAP, finding some mid-gap support there. Yo, man, thank you very much. Appreciate it. We're trying. So the SPY right back in front of VWAP, testing that level right now. The ES back up over that key support zone of 41.55 we talked about. Show you the SPY right here in front of the face of the VWAP. Looking like it might want to reverse course finally. Really difficult trading so far, huh? You catch any of that, the beast? Now that we've broken over 55 again, I'm going to watch, see if that level can hold support. Yeah, man, really whiplashy, right? Just like straight down, straight right back up. We'll see if that level can hold support there. I'd like to see the pullback into that 55 zone. That would be the ideal scenario. Get it tested, not just float right above it, you know? I tried to get long in front of that earlier, expecting it to hold. It did not. I don't want to make the same mistake. I don't want to make the same mistake and get long now again just because we broke above it. I want to see it get tested. So far, we're not seeing that. Otherwise, I'll wait for 4170 to break and hold and then get long there looking for the move higher. Guys, remember, if you're new around here, subscribe to the channel. Trying to get to that 20K mark. There we go, straight up from those 53s, man. Incredible. We had to violate that zone in order to get the bounce. That's the bounce I was looking for earlier. I would have been looking for 65s. There you go. Here they come. That's exactly the bounce I was looking for earlier. It had to violate the freaking support zone, get underneath it, and then turn around. It's a V-shape. V-shape recovery type thing happened there. Look at that. Look at that crazy 60-minute candle. Look at this. If that candle closes later and it has that wick, bro, we should squeeze. Even that 30-minute candle, look at that wick into that 55 zone on that 30-minute candle. The SPY now testing the high day zone. If it can start to pull back into VWAP and begin to hold support there, it could give a setup for a long. Maybe that would give us the pullback on the ES to the 55 zone. And that could give the long setup. What's up, T? What's going on? Errol, what's up? What's up? What you don't want to see is a double top on the SPY and a rejection unless you want some downside. All good, bro. Hope you're doing well, man. Week's almost over. It's Thursday. Tomorrow's Friday. And that's it. We got nothing until Monday. All right, so the SPY is starting to pull back into VWAP. Let's see if it holds. Or we're just going to chop around. We're breaking underneath VWAP. I'm telling you, man. Hey, the Beast, if you're still out there, man, can you remember the last day we had clean moves in the morning, anyways? It's Chop Fest, man. Yo, Earl, Botswana. Wow, dude, you're far, man. What time is it over there? Yeah, the Beast. I agree, man. I really agree. Look at this, man. Are you kidding me? It's just horrible action. All the way back down to the to in front of the lower day. Earl from Botswana. Cheers. Nothing but chop, guys. If the 9 AMA catches the spy here, maybe that can give some sort of setup. If I start to see that it's just going to be choppy and choppy and choppy, what we'll do is we'll soon just go ahead and jump into like a little lesson, maybe like a little 10-minute lesson on patterns. Also, we can do a little Q&A as well. I think we'll do that. I think I like that idea. I think we'll start off with a Q&A in a little while if things don't start to clean up. Or even while they're working out, we can do a little Q&A. All right? And that way we can fill the time with some solid education. Yo, Earl, thanks for the sub. Yep, let's go. Thank you very much. Let's see, where are we at now? New subscriber, Earl from Botswana. We're at 14,655 new sub. Well, not new, but Earl's new. We were at 54, now we're at 55 thanks to Earl. Thank you very much. On the road for 20,000, guys. 20,000 by the end of the year. I think we can do it. Not that far off. So you got the ES right back down in front of the lower day. I'm not going to get down there and try to fish out the bottom here thinking that we're going to reverse. We might reverse. Who knows? I'm not. Trading is not a guessing game. It's identifying clear-cut opportunities with patterns and setups and managing your risk on them. Jan, you want to learn how to day trade? No problem. I got something here for you. Hold on 1 second. It's completely free. Completely free. There you go. Completely free course, Jan. That'll get you started. That's a good starting point. No, my pleasure, totally. Guys, it's 9:57 a.m. I'm still watching and waiting for some sort of setup for another trade. In the meanwhile, let's open up the floor to a Q&A. We can do a little Q&A. You can ask me any trading related questions. If you want me to look at a chart for you and give you a little technical analysis on it with my opinion on it, I'll be happy to do so. So the floor is yours. Ask away. You can ask pretty much anything like, hey, Jesse, how do you trade a cup and handle, for example? Guys, those of you who know Jono, he went hiking yesterday in the Grand Canyon. Sent me some pictures. Some of those look pretty cool. That's why I'm laughing. All right, guys. Looks like the spy's gonna get back down there and maybe break the day's low. There it is. New low day. Wow, man. The epitome of choppiness. I'm so glad I didn't go after this in any way, shape, or form again. This is just terrible. It's not clean action. It's really... Oh, guys, before I forget. That's right, before I forget. Before I forget, because you know what's going to happen? I am going to forget because I'm terrible at telling you about these deals. Let's see, what screen are you watching? Okay. You guys know that when I trade futures, I trade here on Lilu, this prop firm right here, okay? So when you come here to the foundation accounts, these are your evaluation accounts, okay? These are the ones that you buy. You have the coupon code. If you want to go that route, you can take 80% off for life with this right here in chat. You could do that. And then you go through the evaluation process. Let's say you go with the $50,000 account. You got to make $3,000, okay? And it doesn't matter if it takes you 2 months or 3 months to make those $3,000 in profit. What matters is you don't blow up, meaning you don't hit the $2,500 trailing drawdown. That's it, okay? You could do that, and then bang, you get funded. You get your funded account or your paid account where you're going to get paid to trade. Or if you want, this is new, it just came out yesterday. You see here, foundation accounts, straight to performance accounts, limited time. This means you can come in here right now and you can buy a $25,000 account for $299 or a $50,000 account for $499. What you do is you click buy now, okay? You click buy now, and then you email them. You email the customer support and you tell them, hey, I bought this account. Here is my receipt. Please turn it into a paid performance account. And it'll straight be a funded account for you. Okay? Just wanted to let you know about that. And here, I'll put the link. There's the link right there. So you could do that as well if you prefer to do that route. Obviously, when you do the other one, you get the 80% off. So you're gonna pay like peanuts, right? And you're gonna be in the evaluation account. Once you're done with the evaluation account, that you pass it, you get your paid account where you're gonna get paid to trade, and there you can pay, I think it's $250, a one-time fee, and that'll include all your data, etc. moving forward, and you're done. All right, just wanted to let you guys know that now before I forget, because I will forget. I will forget. All right, guys, any questions, throw them up there in chat. You know, the king, there's no way to know what the SPY would have done overnight, to be honest with you. Honestly. It could have easily gapped down. It could have. It just could have. It really could have. It could have easily gapped down. The fact that yesterday was such a nasty inside day, I expected an inside day, but not as nasty as it was. It could have easily gapped down. So don't beat yourself up for not getting calls overnight. All right, guys. I'm not going to get involved in this SPY or the ES right now. It is way too choppy. Wow, look at Tesla, guys. Right back to 210. Wow. Guys, if the SPY can turn around, Tesla can break 210. You'd need a pullback. Need a pullback. Tesla's actually starting to look... Whoops, that's not the right... Here we go. Watch that 208 zone there. You got the initial high here from this morning. You have the 9 AMA and the 23.6 fib all lining up there. Watch that zone for a possible setup. Yeah, she does. Yeah, she does. Guys, remember to smash that like button for me. It really helps out tremendously with the YouTube algorithm. Johnny, for my trading, no. For my trading, no. I own the daytraderchatroom.com, which is a corporation, but I don't do my trading through it. Do my trading through just me, which means when you trade equities, you get a 1099 from your you get that 1099 from your broker at the end of the year, and you're gonna pay taxes on your profits based off of your income bracket. When you trade futures for a prop firm, you're going to be 1099 like a subcontractor because you trade for the prop firm. When you trade futures in your own account, you would pay taxes on capital gains taxes. Futures do have tax advantage. But all of this is something that anybody out there listening that might be a new trader that isn't profitable yet or consistently profitable yet, not something they should have to worry about at all. At all. If you're profitable and you're making, some side money there, some good side money for investments, for vacations, whatever, making $10,000, $20,000 a year with some trading, I wouldn't even worry about that either. It wouldn't be worth the hassle of dealing with a corporation and filing those taxes via corporation. And as far as LLCs or corporations or S corps, what do you want? What one wants to do? That's something that one would want to talk to their tax professional about. Later, the beast. Good luck out there tomorrow, man. I know today's action's just really subpar out there. Rest up, brother. Guys, Tesla's not pulling back. Guys, Tesla right to the 210. No pullback yet. Unbelievable move on Tesla's part. The SPY. Look, any other day I would say this is looking like a short setup, but man, with the chop that we have so far today, I won't. And I won't trade it either. Tesla through 210. No pullback yet. At this point, I'd rather just see Tesla make a move to 214, 215, then pull back into 210, hold support, and then maybe look for a move there. Because honestly, this thing's just beasting. No pullbacks at all. I don't have water here on my desk. Thursday. Give me a second, guys. Gonna grab some water. The benefits of having a little refrigerator here in the office. Water ready to rock and roll. Hey, Jonah, are you out there? Or are you out there playing with the squirrels on a hike? I'm telling you guys, Jonah's been on vacation for like 3 years now. Yo, my good morning. Wow, guys, look at Tesla. Oh my God. What in the world? Look at Tesla go. It's been a long time since we've seen Tesla make these kind of moves, man. That's a wild move. SPY, look, the relative strength coming out of Tesla is insane. SPY is just lillygagging down there. Oh, guys, Google. We talked about Alphabet breaking under 100. There you go. You got your breakdown here. That's what happens. Yesterday, I had a demo of its AI to compete with ChatGPT, and the AI during the demo answered things incorrectly, was just a cluster. It didn't even know its real name. It was a disaster. And the markets did not like that. I mean, how? How would you like that? And now Google all the way back down here. Tap in 96 area. SPY struggling a lot up here in front of this VWAP zone. I'm not trusting it short or long, guys. I really am not. I'm not trusting it short or long. It's a 50-50, man. It's a crapshoot. One could get lucky picking the right direction, but it's what it is. It's getting lucky. There's nothing here that tells me there's an edge on the long side or an edge on the short side. I don't see it. Yo, Mike, congrats, man. You know, if they go further than we thought they would, it just means we were right and we paid ourselves. I know the feeling. We all do. It happens. Scaling out is important. When you get your last fill on your last scale out, then you got paid your bonus money. It's all good. Remember, guys, our job as traders is not to capture the entire move. It's to identify setups and patterns where we have an edge and manage risk when we find them and execute the trade. That's it. If a stock goes from $2 to $3, the chances of us buying it at $2.10 and selling it at $2.99, pretty much zero. It's like less than 1% for sure. You know what I mean? Now, if you buy it at $2.10, set it at $2.50, you practically caught half the move. All right, guys, nothing for me on the ES yet. This thing's super choppy, as is the SPY. Tesla continuing to push here over 211. Now we're back just underneath it. Google just selling off like we thought it would. Disney made a big gap up here after reporting earnings yesterday. WLDS. Underneath that support zone we identified on the daily chart. We identified a zone here that could have been support, and so far it's underneath it. Next level would be 88 cents. We are testing that zone. And the SPY is flagging. Okay, the SPY is flagging a little bit. Not my favorite type of flag pattern, but it is flagging a little bit. Okay, not my favorite. I don't really like that kind of flag pattern, but it is a little bit of a bullish pennant. But like I said, I still do not believe that this thing is giving me an edge long or short, so I'm going to sit on my hands. I'd rather conserve the mental capital and the capital in the accounts and wait for the proper setups. The setups that can give me bigger wins. You know? I've been where I've, little loss, little loss, little loss, little loss, little loss, little loss, little loss. Then bang, a big winner. It erases those losses and gives me a little profit. Well, what if you get more selective and you have a little loss here, no trade there, no trade there, little loss here, and then bang, you get your good setup, you jump it, you hit it, it works in your favor, you get extension, you get all three scale outs, and then bang, big winner, good solid profit on the week. It's not that you need one trade a week. The reality is you're going to get multiple trades in a week, but usually that big one, you're lucky if you get one of those a week, right? That's why you have to be selective on your setups, on your patterns that you're looking to trade. This looks like it could go either way. If somebody has an idea here that you think you have an edge on the SPY right now, I'm picking a direction that's going to work out in that, tell me what it is, because I want to see it. I'd love to talk to you about it, talk with you about it, hear what your points of view are, because for the way I look at it here is you do have a little bit of a bullish pennant setup. The volume is drying up drastically. Okay, we have not been able to break up above this 414.50 pivot. We've gotten in front of it twice now and rejected it. We're underneath VWAP, and we're in the middle of a trading range. It's a 50-50. It's a 50-50. Tesla, on the other hand, clear directional move. Clear directional move. Now watching for pullbacks to see if that 210 wants to hold support. Whoops. I didn't realize I muted myself. Didn't even realize I muted myself. The Q's looking a little bit more bullish than the SPY. This setup is a little bit cleaner. Just a little bit cleaner. We're getting that 9 EMA VWAP cross to the upside now on the Qs. You're going to want to see a quick bounce off this level with a nice increase in volume to solidify that 9 EMA VWAP cross. Otherwise, it's not going to be valid. The SPY not near the 9 EMA VWAP cross at all. It has put in higher low. Right? Here's your low. Pull back, higher low. Pull back, higher low. Pull back, higher low. Right? So we do have these higher lows that are being put in place. And that bullish pennant is still rather intact. It's not the cleanest thing in the world. And I'm only going to look after clean setups right now, to be honest. When it's super, super choppy, you can't allow C setups to look like B or A setups to you because everything else looks like trash. This happened to me earlier in the week. I allowed myself to get involved in a C setup because it looked like a B setup in a sea of D's and F. Let that make sense for you right there. Everything you're looking at, D's and F, D's and F, you see a C and it's like, oh my God, that looks like a B setup. Let me grab that before it goes away, and then it fails too. That's how I feel about the SPY right now. Could it work itself to the upside? It absolutely could. Do I see it like a 60, 40, 70, percent? No, I don't see it. Best case 60, and I don't want to trade a 60% setup. I want to trade something where I have a 70, maybe even a 75, 80% likelihood of working out in my favor. Right now, the SPY looks like at best 60% setup, which would make it a C setup, which I don't want to partake in. Let me show you guys what an A plus setup would look like, or an A setup. I want to show you guys what an A setup would look like. Okay. So here you go. This right here is a bullish pennant. Do you or a bull flag? Do you see how much cleaner that is compared to what we can see on the SPY? It is much cleaner, right? So in this bull flag, you have multiple things working out in favor for you here. It's not just a bull flag. You have VWAP holding support, which is that purple line across the screen there. All right, you have VWAP holding support. You got the bottom end of the bull flag holding support. And then what you want to do is not just identify that it's a bull flag with your flagpole and your flag. You need to identify the volume on it. The volume on the flagpole on the way up needs to be strong volume. There you go. Bang. Strong volume right there. Now, the volume throughout the flag consolidation, you want to see it decreasing volume. You want to see it smaller than the volume on the flagpole itself. You got that, right? So now we have a flag, check. We have a technical indicator there that's lining up with it, check. We got two things going for it. We have proper volume profile, check. That right there is already giving you an A plus setup, okay? at a minimum, an A setup. You have all three things that you want to check off on this setup have been checked off. Big volume on the way up, smaller volume on the way down as you consolidate, and an extra indicator in there to line up with that support zone of the bottom end of the flag. All right. Now, on the break up and out of the flag, you want to see that volume start to increase, which will give you indication that the stock or whatever you're trading has a potential to go higher. That's what you want to look for when you're trading a bull flag. There you go. There's the fail on this flag. There it is. Why did it fail? Because it wasn't clean. It was not clean. Simple as that. I bet you this is going to jeopardize Tesla slightly. There it is. Tesla to 214, what we talked about, now pulling back. Now pulling back. So now you have the ES in no man's land here as it breaks down underneath that 55 again. And it's on its way down here towards that 45 zone. I think you could probably see those 36s get tested, but this chop is just horrendous. This chop is just horrendous, guys. Gonna wait and see if maybe we can bear flag underneath on the ES, underneath that 55 zone. And then we can use that 55 zone, 53 zone as potential resistance towards the top end of a bear flag formation. If I can get something like that, I'd consider getting short. We're going lower. No setups. It's just, it hasn't been a setup. It's either been chop or just straight down, straight up. This was straight up on the ES earlier. And now it's just straight down on the ES. You know, I was hoping that we'd get ourselves a little bear flag formation right in here underneath this zone and give me a possible setup. SPY now has room to fall really to 411. So with the SPY now, you have room to fall down to 411. Now look, we'll erase this and I'll show you. I'll draw it again for you. There is your bullish pennant and a fail. Just wasn't a clean one. Google, you know, I was eyeing, not to trade it, just to analyze it. I was eyeing the 100-day moving average on the daily chart. I'll show it to you real quick. Switch on over real quick to just the equities charts here, guys. Hop on over to Google. Turn this into a quick daily chart. You have this 100-day moving average here. That's a possible support zone on Google. But let me clear up. You know what? Let me just clear up everything on this chart. You have that 100-day moving average there, but really, you probably don't see good support until like 94s, 95 zone, where you have that 50-day moving average and you have this previous double bottom here. So yeah, push through that section. We pull back, test it, bounce, pull back, test it, bounce. We pulled back underneath it. It turned into resistance here, right there, and right there. I think that would be the ultimate target on that one. I think it could get and should get some sort of relief bounce off that level. SPY has room to fall now. It just has room to fall. The question is whether or not it'll give some sort of setup that one can short. All right, guys. Still, I'm sitting waiting to see if I get a setup. I was looking to see if we can get that bear flag formation on the ES on the SPY, but we're not getting it. We're just getting the straight down move. It's pretty annoying. 10:30 a.m. as well. Oh, you got an iPad with the new one? You know, I had one iPad. I just never found a use for it, and I like them so much. No, man. I was supposed to be on a podcast today, and the podcast got canceled. There's going to be a panel talking about business and stuff like that, and the whole show got canceled. It seems like one of the people in charge of it is sick. Oh well. Try it again next time. Try it again next time. Trying to make moves, guys. Trying to make this channel better. It was going to be a surprise. Just got ruined because of my reaction. I just told you all. Oh well. I mean, we're like an hour into a live stream. The only people who really know about this are you guys. Some people watch the live streams after they've been completed, but I doubt they watch the whole thing. I've never watched an entire live stream after it's been completed myself on anything, on any topic. I've watched pieces of it. Gen 9, nice, man. I really do like them. My kid has one, you know, my wife. My mom has one, my sister, everybody has one around me. I have one. It's old though. By now it's old. It's really old by now actually. But I haven't bought a new one because I just haven't had a use for it. You know what it is? I'm just not used to it. Because the only time I would really probably use it would be I can never say the car because I drive. I'm the one that drives. I'm the guy that's like, nah, I'll drive, right? Um, I use it in bed before I go to bed, but that's what I use my phone. I don't know. I really would. It's like an Apple Watch. That's one that I like the idea of it, but I've never bought one. I don't think I'll buy one. And I have watches. I got nice watches. I got Omega, Rolex. I have some really nice G-Shocks that I wear for, you know, when I'm outside working on something in the yard or fishing or at the range or hunting or whatever. But the Apple Watch, I cannot feel right about dishing out 500 bucks, $1,000 for something that, because its tech base is going to be obsolete, you know, in a handful of years, where I could just buy one of the nice watches that I enjoy in those price ranges and they don't go obsolete. So yeah. Yeah, recently there was some deal that went on where some people even got some price matches with Best Buy. They ended up getting the brand new iPad for like 250 bucks. That would have been worth it for me, because like I said, I just haven't You know, one thing that I didn't have use for a while, but then I found, I finally started using it was what are they called? They're not ear pods, right? What are they called? What are they called? Not ear pods. This doesn't sound right. Ear pods. AirPods. There we go. AirPods. I have the AirPod. I like that. Of course, I have an iPhone. And I have Mac computers, but the actual iPad itself, I like them. They're cool looking. Oh man, that's great. Well, not. You know what I mean. I hope you got a good chuckle off of that, the king. It's great that the Fitbit picked up on that for you. Oh my god. We need a setup here, guys, or I'm gonna lose my mind. I want to see if this bounce back can take us back into like 52 and start to reject. Maybe that. Maybe that could be shortable. Yeah, that's pretty cool, man. That's pretty cool. I'm glad it worked out and it, identified that issue. Guys, so we went over one lesson today on how to identify an A setup in a bull flag. I think that'll be the only lesson we'll do today. I'm gonna wait around a little bit, see if we get any better setups. Armando, so I trade different than he does. I don't trade. I don't chase momentum. I trade patterns and setups. I'll show you a video I did 3 years ago. It has over 200,000 views, and it's on that topic, more or less. This is an old video. I'm gonna give it a shot short here, guys, in front of 50. I'm gonna try to scale it in a little bit. See what I can get done. And I'll hold my stop just over 50, and I'm basing that right off of the 60-minute chart. Let me show you that 60-minute chart real quick. Well, 30-minute chart. You can see here, previous low of this candle was right there at 50. We're testing that 50 zone. This 50 zone was previously a level of support back here. We're getting low volume on this bounce back, so I would expect it to hold some resistance in that 50 zone. That's what I'm looking for. All right. If it holds up, great. If it doesn't and stops me out, then that's it. I'll be done on the day with it. Here it is. We'll see whether it wants to work out or not. The risk to reward here is worth it. We'll give it a quick shot. We can start rejecting that zone. Get back down there towards 43. That would be my first take profit zone where I'd cover my first. Then probably near 40, I'd take more off and hold on to some to see if we can go lower. I'll hold on to that runner. See if that runner can take me down towards 36. I take it off in front of that level. Let's see. Let's see if we can get it. I mean, it's totally worth the risk to reward there. The volume on the bounce back is lighter. Okay, the volume on the bounce back is lighter, as you can see here. And that is the key factor for me because it's telling me that it's a weaker volume bounce, meaning there's not a lot of buying pressure there. So maybe we can get some more selling pressure to kick in here and we can get this to finally give a setup that's valid, that's sound, that's giving proper risk to reward parameters as well. All right. I'm really hoping it doesn't chop and then gets over 50, stops me out, and then 6 minutes later it rolls. I really want to see it be a clean setup that rejects the 50 mark and starts to pull back in there and get back down to the lows. The first take profit zone, guys, meant to protect. Second take profit zone meant to pay. Third take profit zone is the bonus money. Let's see if we can get it. Short from 47.75 average. Sir, intraday technical explain. I don't. What do you want me to explain? I'll be happy to explain. I just need to know what exactly. You know, I think we can actually move this 43 down just a tad. Well, it's bouncing back a little bit stronger than I would definitely like. Sticking to the plan, guys. Let's see what happens. First take profit down there, 42.25 in front of the low of day. Then looking for that extension into 40s or under it actually. It is definitely fighting tooth and nail down there to try to bounce back. I think it's overall still extremely weak. Those blue lines you see there are the orders I placed right on the chart to cover. Oh, looking like it wants to bounce back again. As long as we can stay under 50, I'll hold on to it. I got my hard stop out there. Just above the resistance zone. We'll see whether or not it's going to stop me out. If it does, then I think the SPY goes right back to VWAP. Let me show you the SPY real quick. If it does, then I think the SPY gets itself right back up here to VWAP. Like if the SPY starts to push a little bit, I think we get right back to VWAP zone. And that'll nullify the trade. Which would suck because it's a good setup. It's actually a B setup. I like it. So we're risking about 4 points. The first take profit alone is about 6 points. So the risk to reward parameter is very sound on this trade. The king is answering Armando there. Well, we're putting in higher lows now. I'm not a fan of it. Still not looking terrible. Still a little bit of a bear flag that we're forming here. No, it's not looking that good anymore. Still in it. Stop is there. No, these are not options. I'm trading ES futures. So I'm short 3 ES contracts. Each point move in the ES is equivalent to a $50 deviation in your unrealized P&L. So you have the micro or the MES, the micros, okay? Those each contract is $5 in deviation there. So like if the contract goes up 1 point, that's $5. In this case of the ES, it's $50 per point move. So I'm short 3 contracts of the ES. I'm watching the SPY, I'm watching the ES. It's looking like I'll probably get stopped out, to be honest. But gonna stay true to the plan. There it is, got stopped out. So now I'll eliminate these orders had here for covers. And that's it, guys. I mean, that was a B setup. That was a B setup. It was been the only one clean setup we've had in the entire day. So I went after it and didn't work out. That's just the way the cookie crumbles, right? So 10 minutes to 11, guys. Before I start getting ready to head out, any last minute questions from you guys? Floor is yours. If you have any trading related questions, throw them up in chat. I'll be happy to answer them. I can't believe that it fell right back into that bear flag. But it has. That's the chop we've been seeing. All right, guys. I'll watch. Maybe I take a third trade, maybe not, to be honest. It's a really wild action that we're getting here. Guys, I'll be back tomorrow again, 9:15 a.m. And I will be trading again, ES, all right? Any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. Thank you very much for tuning in today. Good luck out there the rest of the day. Small red day here for me today, just 0 for 2. Gonna start cutting it here on the day. One setup that looked good. It was a B setup on that bear flag formation. Didn't work out. Maybe we reverse course here. We get the SPY back up to VWAP. Maybe it just decides to chop around a little bit. I'm not sure, honestly, what it's going to want to do here today. It's just been very, very, very choppy and annoying. And why is my chart not showing up properly on here? That's weird. That's really weird. Let me show you on the ES. Oh, wait, I know why, probably. No? Okay, whatever. I'll fix it later. Let me show you on this other chart and the ES. You see how you had that bear flag formation? We broke up and over outside of the bear flag, nullifying this pattern. Same on the SPY. And now we're back inside of it. Again, showing the chop that we've had all morning long. Guys, any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. I'll be happy to answer them. What was your total? It's a red day. There's no profit. I'll be back tomorrow, 9:15 a.m. And we'll try to do it all over again, guys. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.